Hey alchemists, welcome back to Arcane Alchemy. I'm a mystical medium. On this channel, we co-create with Source, my higher self and your higher self, to bring you all of the codes of transmutation and alchemization, the real practical tools of divine soul alchemy that are going to help catalyze you along your self-healing journey, the journey of individuation and self-actualization, where you come back to the full remembrance of how to utilize your multidimensional magic, where you remember, where you have the gnosis, the deep soul knowing of who and what you are, which is stardust and magic embodied in a meat suit, an electric meat suit. So welcome to the sacred space. If I popped up on your feed, it's not by chance. There are codes that you entrusted me with before we came to play human to help wake you up along your journey. And it is my joy and honor to give those codes back to you here and now. So let's talk about this crazy thing we call human life. It's actually the greatest gameplay experience ever created. You actually are an avatar here in this dimension. Because, my friend, you are so much more. Your perception is like a VR, so virtual reality, lensing, that you are navigating and moving through this existence through. And you get to decide, based on how you perceive things, what kind of experience you're going to have. You can literally go in and rewrite the code. You can break the matrix that society, the disillusionment that society has placed to keep us locked down. This has been happening for several thousand years now. It didn't used to be like this. People used to remember their magic. People used to know that they are actually God, that there is no separation, that everything is one. And then those people came in power and religious organizations split off the truth, piecing truth within, because every great lie has truth buried in it. And people began to forget their power because they were being killed for being different. They were labeled as crazy. Okay? So there's all these reasons that we have forgotten our magic, forgotten our power, forgotten that this is actually a game. It's a school for the soul's expansion. And we came to learn and remember, through having experiences in contrast, how to use our full magic. So you can go in and rewrite the code. How do you do this? You do this by, first of all, knowing yourself so deeply that you're able to determine your energy from other energies. You do this by getting quiet, by going within, quieting your mind, stilling your heart, regulating your nervous system. In a world where there's a million things vying for your attention, like TV, social media, your phone, other people, whatever it may be, all these portals that are pulling for your attention and energy. When you decide you want to rewrite the code and break free from the matrix, you have to take a step back from all of that, and you have to clear out the noise. You have to clear out the chaos. You got to take that lensing off, clean those glasses off, and then put them back on and see what you see when you change your perception. When you get curious, I wonder what could be on the other side of like this viewpoint, this perspective of life. What if I actually did view my life as the greatest gameplay experience ever? What if there was no right or wrong? What if it was all just choices? It was all just experiences? How freeing does that feel for your soul? Tap into that energy for a moment. Think about it. What if there's no purpose or meaning to life other than for you to find your joy? So now you have to think about, are you living in alignment with that? Are you actually joyful every day? Do you love your life? Do you love this gameplay experience? Because think about when you play video games, like think about The Sims or something. Or like, let's just say there's a whole world, an open map world where you can go anywhere, you can do anything, you can be anyone. Like literally there's all the experiences that you can have are available for you. But you decide to keep your character in the same hometown, working the same job, coming home, eating a bowl of cereal every day. You wouldn't do that. No, you would go explore. Your life, you, your avatar, this body, this vessel is all that, but you are actually in the game and you get to decide from a first person perspective how you want to play instead of through a controller and watching yourself on a TV. No, you are right here, right now in the greatest gameplay experience ever created. So are you creating, or is your life living you? Are you missing out on your life? Sit with that, journal on it, meditate on it. It's not too far. You're not too far gone. It's not too late for you to change. Every single moment is a new opportunity. Time is not linear. Time is a spiral, and all lives, quote unquote, past and future, are actually parallel. Everything is happening right here, right now. Even death itself is not the end. It's just a transition to another gameplay experience. So what do you want to create today? What has been gently nudging you, pulling you to shift out of and into something else? What have you been wanting to do? What dreams have you been putting on the back burner? And why? Because if not now, when? My health issues catalyzed me into the life of my dreams. I was not shifting out of a very boring timeline where I was working the same job, where I was making really good money and I was working for myself, but it wasn't in alignment anymore. And I was refusing to shift out. So my environment and my body had to get so loud that it shifted me out of that job. And guess what? As a result, now I live overseas. I travel internationally. I'm doing everything I've ever wanted to do. But I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't shifted out of that cycle, if I hadn't been pushed by spirit and then pushed myself again to leave the United States on a one-way ticket with no real plans, just knew I needed to leave. Guys, the greatest adventures await you, but they're not going to be found in your comfort zone. So don't miss out on the greatest gameplay experience ever created. Go out and be the divine creative being that you came to be, that you are. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me. Love to have you around. Until next time, be the magic.